The Damascus Document. The Damascus Document was known to the world long before the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls at Qumran. In the absence of a context, however, scholars were not sure what to make of it. Towards the end of the last century, the loft of an ancient synagogue in Cairo was found to contain a geniza, a depository for the disposal of worn out or redundant religious texts. Dating from the 9th century AD, in 1896, a few fragments from this geniza were confided to one Solomon Schechter, a lecturer at Cambridge University who happened to be in Cairo at the time. One fragment proved to contain the original Hebrew version of a text which for 1,000 years had been known only in secondary translations. This prompted Schechter to investigate further. In December 1896, he collected the entire contents of the geniza, 164 boxes of manuscript, housing some 100,000 pieces, and brought them back to Cambridge. From this welter of material, two Hebrew versions emerged of what came to be known as the Damascus Document. The version from the Cairo Geniza were obviously later. Copies of a much earlier work. The texts were incomplete, lacking endings, and probably large sections in the middle. The order of the text was scrambled, and the logical development of their themes confused even in this muddled form. However, the Damascus Document was provocative, potentially explosive. Schechter published it for the first time in 1910. In 1913, R. H. Charles reprinted it in his compilation, The Apocrypha and Pseudepigrapha of the Old Testament. When Eisenman was given and passed on to Biblical Archaeology Review, the computer printout which inventoried all the Qumran material in the hands of the international team, there were listed among the items additional versions and or fragments of the Damascus Document having been found at Qumran. They were obviously much earlier than those of the Cairo Geniza, and probably more complete. It was the Qumran parallels and the fragments of the Damascus Document. The Eisenman and Philip Davies of Sheffield requested to see in their formal letter to John Strugnell, thereby precipitating the bitter and vindictive controversy of 1989. Why should this document be such a bone of contention? The Damascus Document speaks firstly of a remnant of Jews who, unlike their co-religionists, remained true to the law. A teacher of righteousness appeared among them, like Moses. He took them into the wilderness to a place called Damascus, where they entered into a renewed covenant with God. Numerous textual references make it clear that the covenant is the same as the one cited by Look.